I managed to grow my channel from a few thousand subs to over 100,000 completely solo. Launching a weekly podcast also brought in tens of thousands of views every single month without hiring anyone. The secret to maintaining this pace was leaning heavily into smart processes and leveraging the right tools. If you are trying to manage everything alone, the daily struggle for consistent quality is absolutely real. I want to walk you through the exact thinking and workflow that let me scale successfully as a one-person team. A few powerful AI tools can genuinely make it feel like you suddenly hired an entire editing staff. The single most important factor for growth, even more than your camera or thumbnail, is unwavering consistency. I truly wish I had pushed harder on posting weeks or even months before I actually started building the habit. Growth really kicks in when analytics show you've moved past sporadic uploads into a steady weekly rhythm. The best moment to launch your channel or start that podcast was definitely a decade ago, but today is the second best time. You absolutely do not need a professional, expensive setup to get started with great results today. Good basic gear paired with a few solid best practices will honestly take your content creation a very long way. Next up is the crucial advice to always niche down into a specific area you genuinely care about. Make sure you speak to that exact same audience repeatedly so they know exactly what to expect when they subscribe. If you're constantly jumping between travel, beauty, and random lifestyle vlogs, people will get confused. If you have multiple strong passions, the smarter move is usually separate channels, not one channel that feels messy. Use your YouTube analytics as a goldmine to see what topics your current viewers are already watching and loving. Once you identify those high-interest topics, approach them always using your own authentic, unique voice. Now, we absolutely must talk workflow, because that is the only way a solo creator can genuinely scale up. The biggest time saver I found was recording my content with the final edit already completely in mind. I deliberately queue up the specific visuals and planned segments for my planned screen shares before I even start talking. Speaking in distinct, easy-to-cut chunks means less hunting for footage when I finally jump into the editor. This upfront planning ensures many of the necessary B-roll clips and visual elements already align when I begin editing. For capturing incredibly high-quality original recordings, I highly recommend using a tool like Riverside. Riverside excels at local HD recording, handling picture-in-picture screen shares, and even live multi-streaming. Their local recording feature is fantastic because it completely bypasses dropped frames caused by unreliable network connections. If you need absolutely pristine raw files and a smooth, professional live streaming experience, Riverside is a legitimate choice. However, here is where almost every single creator inevitably hits a massive bottleneck in their production. You end up with an hour-long conversation, and the real work is finding those short, high-performing snippets for promos and shorts. This exact tedious task is where a service like Vizard becomes a monumental force multiplier for your efforts. Instead of manually scrubbing footage, Vizard's auto-editing feature intelligently finds the highest impact moments for you. It doesn't just chop randomly, it analyzes for highlights, engagement peaks, and the precise energy needed for short-form content. This single step essentially gives you an editor who has already skimmed the entire recording and pulled out all the best parts. Here is the exact streamlined workflow that I personally follow every single week as a solo creator. Step 1. Record with intent, planning where your punchlines and key takeaways will naturally occur. Always keep a quick reference list of timestamps for those moments you absolutely want to pull out later. Step 2 involves simply uploading your raw recording, regardless of where you initially captured it. Vizard is designed to accept those long-form videos, whether they are from Riverside, Zoom, or even your phone. Step 3 is letting the AI automatically detect and generate multiple short clips for you right away. You get options formatted perfectly for both vertical and horizontal platforms, ready for previewing. You can easily tweak the exact in points and out points before you finalize which clips you want to keep. Step 4 focuses on instantly adding professional styling and automatically generated accurate captions. You bypass the hours of manually typing subtitles or painstakingly animating text overlays with just one click. Step 5 is utilizing the content calendar and the powerful auto-schedule feature to handle distribution. Set your desired posting frequency and the specific platforms, and the AI manages the publishing schedule for you. The content calendar keeps everything visible in one central location, allowing quick tweaks or pauses without re-exporting anything. Step 6 is to regularly review performance data to see what worked and queue up similar successful formats. Compare this amazing process to the traditional route of manual editing, captioning, and separate manual platform uploads. If you love editing and have unlimited time, you can certainly do it the long way, but solo scaling demands efficiency. Vizard acts as that essential shortcut that intelligently preserves the high quality your audience expects from you. I want to be transparent about the trade-offs involved in choosing the best tool for each specific job. Riverside is superb for capturing incredibly clean, multi-track, high-resolution source files right from the start. If you demand studio-like recording quality for every microphone feed, then Riverside is certainly the solid primary pick. But Riverside is not trying to function as your entire end-to-end publishing pipeline for social media clips. That is the crucial gap where Vizard steps in, filling the need for automatic clip extraction and scheduling. Other auto-clipping services might charge you per generated clip or require extensive manual cleanup, which defeats the purpose. Vizard bundles the clip finding, templating, captioning, and scheduling into one unified process that truly scales. Here are a few practical production hacks I use daily to keep my personal recording sessions optimized for editing. Speak in very short, defined takes and purposefully include micro pauses wherever a clean edit point naturally exists. If I totally fluff a line, I simply keep talking for 2 or 3 more sentences, which is easier to cut than to recreate the whole thought. Always end every single episode with a standard, recognizable sign-off phrase to make trimming the outro trivial. I often use a specific phrase like, "That's it for today," so I can search the transcript and quickly cut the closing segment. Leverage transcripts because searching for keywords is the absolute fastest way to find those key moments you forgot to timestamp. Both Riverside and Vizard provide those crucial transcripts, making that search function your unexpected best friend. When you have the chance, always batch your similar tasks together into dedicated, focused working sessions. I handle all the thumbnail creation, all the final caption tweaks, and all the scheduling in one dedicated block. The content calendar, honestly, is the tool that saves my sanity by keeping everything organized in one place. Repurposing that long-form podcast or video into multiple short-form clips is how you avoid total creator burnout. Those bite-sized clips become your organic TikToks, Reels, and YouTube Shorts that funnel traffic back to the main episode. Vizard completely manages the reformatting and export sizes, saving you from manually adjusting every clip for every platform. Another feature I really lean into is the automatic chapter generation and the simplicity of snippet exporting. If you want to drop chapter markers into your YouTube description, Vizard lets you copy and paste them with a single click. When it's time to publish the audio-only version for Spotify, I export the cleaned MP3 and just pair it with a simple cover image. In closing, if scaling as a solo creator is your serious goal, you need two non-negotiable things. First, you need a completely repeatable creative process, and second, you need tools that actively automate the boring grunt work. Continue recording with the edit in mind, commit fully to your niche, and establish a simple, sustainable weekly flow. Use a capture tool like Riverside for the cleanest possible raw files and live streaming capability. But when it comes to turning that long talk into dozens of shareable clips and managing all the publishing dates, Vizard is the true time reducer. It finds the viral segments, adds the professional polish, and gets them scheduled out across every platform for you. You gain maximum reach across the internet without ever having to bring on additional team members. If you want to turn that one long episode into a whole feed full of attention-grabbing clips every single week, build this loop. Plan the recording, upload the file, let Vizard do the heavy lifting on clipping, adjust text, and then simply auto-schedule everything. You will be absolutely amazed by how much more high-quality content you can publish without sacrificing your entire weekend to editing. Please leave a comment below if you'd like me to share my specific template setup for captions or my content calendar strategy. I promise to personally read and answer every single question that you send my way regarding those details. And if you are genuinely curious about seeing demos of Vizard or Riverside features, I can point you to the exact right resources. Thank you so much for watching this breakdown today, and I genuinely cannot wait to see the amazing things you go out and create.